Archangel Michael says, "Be careful, it's an emergency, only 30 minutes left. A stranger was caught outside your home, they are planning to kill you. Open it immediately," Archangel Michael says, "there is no time to waste now." The very moment you hesitated, the clock began racing faster than before. A dark figure lingered outside your gate, and what they carried in their hands sent shock through the heavens. You are not only being watched, you are being followed in silence by one who thought their tracks were hidden. But they didn't know their face was already stamped into the books of divine judgment. Type Amen to get blessing 111. They thought no one saw them, no camera caught them, but the skies opened and thunder carried the warning. The stranger at your door did not knock, they only stood breathing, calculating. What they planned would only be known when it was too late. But fate turned back, a divine interception blocked their path, and now this message comes before their next step. Archangel Michael says, "This is not a dream. This is not by chance." A black car parked for 3 nights near your home, one man inside pretending to sleep with his eyes open. They tracked your exits, noted your routines, yet what they could not see was the angelic shield around you. Now the time is serious, only 30 minutes remain, and every second burns what could have been your last piece. Type Amen to get blessing 222. You were saved last night without knowing. The sudden blackout wasn't random, it stopped the hidden drone from mapping your bedroom. Comment below if you felt sudden glitches on your phone or the strange sense of being watched. That was them trying to hack the energy lines near you. In a dark room your name was whispered not for money but for your very memory to be erased. Someone gave your home address to a stranger, not for delivery but for destruction. You were not meant to know until after you were gone. The front door was supposed to be the final thing you touched. A payment had already gone through to carry it out. Yet this morning a child passing your house suddenly grew dizzy. It wasn't random, their soul felt the evil close. Type Amen to get blessing 333. An old man circled your street with a phone in his hand. He wasn't lost, he was tracing signals, mapping blind spots of your CCTV. The stranger sent has a scar across their neck hidden by a hoodie. But when they looked toward your window, a flash of heavenly light blinded them. They thought they were strong but underestimated your spiritual protection. You've already survived storms others could not, and again you'll prove why evil cannot touch you. Someone close gave out details about your daily routine, not from hate but because they were paid. They hid the transaction done at 2:47 p.m. yesterday. That is why now your awareness must be sharp. Archangel Michael says, the weapon may be unseen but angelic defense already surrounds your home. Still your eyes must stay open. Type Amen to get blessing 444. If you dreamed someone tried to enter your room or pull your blanket, those weren't just dreams. They were previews of spiritual warfare. Last week they tried to throw a cursed item in your yard. But the crow that cried 3 times before dawn reversed the curse. Spirits are already fighting for you, but you must also guard yourself with action. Keep the lights on tonight. Do not ignore the sound at your window at 2 a.m. One of your neighbors has seen the stranger before. They stayed silent thinking it was nothing. But that face never smiled, it only stared with cold intent. Your name now sits in a document owned by someone guilty of many silent crimes. This isn't their first, but it must be their last. Soon a package may arrive with no sender name. Do not open it, it's designed to draw you outside alone. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The window of divine protection has opened, but it won't stay forever. If your pets have been acting strange at corners of your house, it's because animals sense spirits before humans. The one sent against you doesn't wear a uniform. They try not to stand out. Their shoes remain clean because they don't walk far, they only drive and wait. They were told to leave no trace, but heaven already recorded their soul. Inside your home lies an object holding old energy from a past event. That item must be shifted tonight because it left a spiritual crack open. Do not ignore this, move it now. Type Amen to get blessing 666. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $10. There is someone pretending to care, but their eyes flicker when you speak. They have already decided not to believe you. The same person asking what time you leave recently was coached to get information from you casually. This isn't only about physical harm, this is an attack to erase your destiny and stop what's meant for your bloodline. Last Friday a blessing activated in your life. That's when the first strike was planned. They don't want your power to grow because it threatens their shadows. Don't walk alone in the next 24 hours even if it feels safe. Light and darkness are colliding around you now. Type Amen to get blessing 777. If a mirror in your house cracked or shifted without you touching it, that was a sign a watching spirit was defeated. Archangel Michael says, the payment for this mission was made but heaven has reversed it. Still your awareness must continue tonight. Soon truth will be shown about someone you trust. They smiled in your face while sending your photo to another. If you felt a cold breeze on your neck while standing alone, that was the signal. The same presence circles again. A name will soon rise in your mind, not by accident but because it is the last voice that spoke your name in hate. Their words summoned darkness and now the plan has backfired. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The angels are already at war for you. You will see signs in dreams, in sudden sounds and in the unusual stillness around your house. Do not be afraid. This night will prove your protection, and by sunrise the enemy's plan will collapse like dust. Behind every casual talk you've had recently, someone was studying you, your weak spots, your reactions, your timing, even your fears. They fed on your silence and your distraction. But tonight that ends. Tonight your eyes are open and the spiritual alarm is sounding at full volume. The stranger outside did not come by accident, they were guided here by betrayal. Weeks ago you sensed a change in someone close. You were right, that shift in energy was no coincidence, they were coached to distance themselves while guiding outsiders closer. Type Amen to get blessing 441. Your house photo was passed around in a secret group chat. They mocked it, laughed at it, called it easy ground. But they didn't realize they mocked holy ground guarded by heaven's fiercest warrior. One comment under your picture even said easy target. That one sentence sealed their spiritual judgment. They thought they could never be touched, but judgment already follows. Comment below if you dreamed of fire or explosion lately, because that's tied to the energy they sent to burn down your peace. The stranger outside carried gloves with no prints, a backpack with hidden tools. They've done this before, but never against someone with your kind of protection. There is also a woman tied to this. She smiled at you last week, but she sold your location for money. While she complimented your clothes, she was checking your schedule. Her number is saved in a burner phone. At 1:13 a.m. 2 nights ago she whispered, "They sleep around too." That whisper was overheard by a divine spirit nearby. Your kitchen window was stared at longer than the rest. The plan was to enter while the house slept. They even mapped the steps from hallway to your room. But a powerful sound stopped them. That was your ancestors stepping in, saying, "Not this one, not today." Type Amen to get blessing 512. If you've had sharp pain in your neck or back this week, that was no accident. That was the tension of spiritual forces clashing over your space. Someone you know is into gambling and underground dealings. They owed a debt, and in return for silence they gave your details. Archangel Michael says, "The chain is broken, but if you lower your guard another attempt will follow." Tonight you must check windows, doors, and unused entrances. Even the smallest unlocked gap is an opening for wicked spirits. Comment if you've heard knocking in your sleep but found no one there. That was a trap trying to trick your soul into invitation. You will notice flickering lights when you talk about this aloud. That is confirmation. The stranger already passed by twice this week, once in the morning, once disguised as a delivery check. And that woman with red lipstick who asked for your Wi-Fi code. She is not who she pretends to be. She works with people who erase tracks after attacks. If a man in a gray jacket knocks claiming he has the wrong address, don't answer. It's not a mistake, it's a setup to measure your voice, your reaction, your presence. Type Amen to get blessing 675. Inside your home a photograph carries energy. They cursed it remotely through your online profile, and that's why your chest has felt heavy. Under your bed or near where you rest, an object holds residue from an old curse reawakening. Remove it, and if you smelled strong perfume or scent with no source, that was a monitoring spirit trying to show itself. Archangel Michael says, "You have been chosen for a higher path, and this attack is the last attempt to block your awakening." The stranger waits for all lights to go out, then comes from the side. The left side of your home is the weakest barrier, reinforce it now. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $10. Soon you'll know who betrayed you. Their guilt will show in their face. They'll avoid your eyes, stumble in their words, or act like they suddenly care again. The signs will come in pairs, first a dream, then a glitch, then a silent call. If a strange number rang and hung up fast, know that was no mistake. It was confirmation you're still in place. You've been marked as someone too hard to control. That's why they want you gone. But they didn't calculate your bloodline strength. Type Amen to get blessing 717. An old woman from your family once performed a powerful protection ritual, and that energy is waking up now through you. Soon you will see symbols in your dreams. Your home is under surveillance, not by police but by a private hand. They are using heat maps and spiritual scans to find when you're weakest. Comment below if you've heard your name whispered with no one there. That's the moment your energy was being targeted. They thought they could stay hidden, that no one would know how close they came to your front door. But when your spirit rose, their confidence cracked. Guardian angels placed invisible marks on your entryways, burning signs in the spirit realm. Now every step the stranger takes is tracked by divine fire. The man they sent is known for leaving no evidence. But this time he entered sacred ground. This time everything shifted. Type Amen to get blessing 828. Archangel Michael says, the strike already failed in spirit, but in the physical he still moves. The warning signs surround you. Watch for the number 7, it will appear 3 times in the next 24 hours. That's not random, it's the countdown to your deliverance or to the disaster you narrowly avoided. If you feel a cold draft in the corner of your room tonight, don't fear. That's not danger, it's an angel sealing a portal they opened days ago. Comment if your ears start ringing suddenly, that's the divine frequency alerting you something invisible is passing close. A woman is deeper in this than you think. She didn't just hand over your name. She gave them something of yours, a key, a strand of hair, a personal item. And that gave the stranger access. She laughed with you while plotting behind your back. Her smile covered her betrayal. And now the proof is surfacing, because what she gave away is the very thing heaven is using to reverse the curse against her. The men will try one more time tonight, possibly around 3:11 a.m. But what they don't realize is that the air itself has already been alerted. The wind that will pass by your window carries whispers from the higher realm, stirring your spirit to wake if danger approaches. Do not dismiss sudden chills or the way your body jolts awake at that hour. It's not random, it's preparation. Type Amen to get blessing 919. If you find yourself awake around that time, don't panic. Simply sit still, breathe and speak aloud, I am not afraid, I am covered, my steps are sealed in divine fire. Your words will echo into the unseen and cause a trembling in the plan set against you. The stranger may circle, he may even stand still near your door, but he will not cross the boundary without being struck by the weight of the protection placed on you. This is why your pets, if you have them, will stir or stare at corners of the room tonight. Animals see what eyes miss, trust their reactions. If a dog growls into darkness or a cat's eyes fix sharply at nothing, it is not nothing, it is warning. Keep your spirit calm but attentive. Type Amen to get blessing 404. Archangel Michael says, do not fear the sound of footsteps you might hear outside. What walks outside is not greater than the one guarding inside. Even if shadows gather, know they cannot touch you unless you open the door willingly. And tonight the order is clear, do not open. Not for voices, not for kindness, not for pity. This is not an hour to show sympathy but to hold your ground. There is also a dream you may encounter tonight. It could appear strange, perhaps someone calling your name or offering you something in their hand. Do not accept it, in dreams agreements are often disguised as gifts. If you refuse it there, you remain untouched here. If you accept, you weaken your barrier. Remember this when sleep pulls you. Type Amen to get blessing 655. The woman who once smiled while plotting is now unraveling. Her fear is growing because she can feel that what she set in motion has reversed. She thought she was invisible, but now mirrors in her own home have begun to crack. She blames accidents, but it's not, it's backlash. Her actions carry weight and she is beginning to pay the price. Soon she will confess without being asked, trying to ease her conscience by over-explaining. Do not engage, let her words expose her. The stranger, however, remains dangerous. He studies silence. He knows how to blend. That is why unusual stillness around your area is a sign. Birds may suddenly stop singing, dogs may stop barking. Even the hum of night may quiet itself before he moves. Recognize it, for nature itself resists his steps. Type Amen to get blessing 288. Your phone may flicker again, a screen freeze, a sudden app crash, or a random flash of light from the corner of the display. These are not coincidences. The tether they placed is clashing with the wall of fire raised around you. Do not restart in fear, simply place your hand upon the phone and say, "No shadow observes me, only light connects me." The interference will weaken. Inside your home, check your corners. There may be objects misplaced or suddenly found in strange positions, a spoon, a piece of paper, or even a small coin. These are markers left to track presence. Remove them, wash them with water and salt, and throw them outside far from your home. What was meant as an anchor will lose its grip. Type Amen to get blessing 742. Super thanks option remains open if you feel called to sow a seed of support. Contributions up to $10 can be given. Your gesture is not just support, it is alignment. Gratitude in physical form always echoes into the spiritual, creating circles of protection around your path. Now hear this, the knock that may come will not always be physical. Sometimes it will echo in your mind as if you imagined it. But three firm sounds mean the veil is thin and the higher realm is near. Do not answer in fear, light your candle, stand firm and simply declare, only what is holy may enter here. That is enough. Type Amen to get blessing 503. Archangel Michael says, the enemy is weakening. His hesitation grows each step. He feels his strength leaving as if an invisible hand presses upon his chest. He will consider retreat, but pressure from those who sent him will force him forward again. This is where your shield must be active, not passive. Pray without fear, speak with authority. Your words are weapons sharper than their plots. There will also be a sign in your sky. Clouds may gather strangely forming shapes that appear unusual. Or lightning may flash without rain. When you see it, know the battle is not above you but around you. The heavens are marking victory in advance. Type Amen to get blessing 861. Be mindful of sudden phone calls from unknown numbers. A voice may attempt to engage you casually, asking for details or pretending to be from a service. Do not engage. Even short words become permissions in the spiritual. Block and silence. This is not rudeness, it is survival. Check also beneath your bed or couch. Energy often hides in places close to where you rest. If you feel unease, sprinkle salt and pray over it. Close every opening. Tonight is not for fear but for firm actions. Type Amen to get blessing 377. The final hour is nearing. Not for your end but for their exposure. The man will hesitate at your threshold, and in his hesitation the one who paid him will panic. Their messages will reveal themselves, their calls will expose numbers, and their silence will betray their fear. You will not need to chase. Their undoing is already in motion. And when dawn comes after this night you will feel different. A weight will lift. A calm will settle. Not because nothing tried to harm you but because everything sent against you was overturned. Type Amen to get blessing 112. The lights flickered at 3:03 a.m. but it was not just electricity. It was the moment the stranger's shadow left your space permanently. The atmosphere shifted, the air felt lighter, and for the first time in weeks peace began to take root. Heaven had closed the final door he tried to pry open. His footsteps faded into nothingness and your ground was reclaimed fully by divine guardians. Type Amen to get blessing 515. Archangel Michael says, your home is no longer just a place to live, it is a sanctuary. Every corner now hums with the sound of angelic watchmen. Even when you sleep your spirit remains awake, glowing with the light that no enemy can touch. You are surrounded by fire that consumes all malice before it reaches your skin. Take comfort tonight. What once stalked you has now been scattered. The woman who sent him is beginning to lose her voice. The words she once used to stir confusion are now tangled on her tongue. She speaks but people no longer believe her. Her circle of influence is collapsing. Screenshots and files she saved are glitching, disappearing one by one like heaven itself is erasing the traces of her deceit. The hand she used to sign against you trembles. Her allies turn distant and her name is being whispered in ways she cannot control. Type Amen to get blessing 909. A new sign will appear to you, something small but undeniable. A feather in an unusual place, a knock when no one is near, a sudden warmth on your shoulder. This is heaven's way of saying, the guard has changed. You are not watched by men anymore, you are covered by angels. These confirmations will continue for 7 nights, each one proof that the darkness no longer has permission to touch your life. Archangel Michael says, do not look back in fear. What is behind you cannot return. Do not replay their betrayal in your mind, for every replay becomes a doorway. Instead declare, I am sealed, I am chosen, I am free. Your words now carry more authority than you know. The vibration of your voice has shifted. Even when you whisper, the unseen world responds. Type Amen to get blessing 123. In the coming days you may feel old emotions rise up, sudden memories of pain or fear. Do not be alarmed. These are echoes, not realities. They surface only because the enemy has been expelled and your spirit is cleaning out every trace. Drink water often, rest in silence. Avoid conversations that reopen old wounds. Protect your peace as fiercely as you would a treasure chest, for that is what it is. The stranger who once circled your home is now wandering aimlessly. He will try to blend back into his old life, but nothing will work. His eyes will betray him. People will notice the void in his energy. Every attempt he makes to move forward will feel like running into invisible walls. This is not your battle anymore, it is heaven's judgment unfolding. Type Amen to get blessing 202. If you notice lights flicker again or technology acting strangely in your home, do not panic. It is no longer attack, it is confirmation of angelic presence. The energy of heaven disrupts the ordinary. Phones may freeze, clocks may pause. Even your reflection may look brighter. These are not glitches. These are signs that your atmosphere has been rewritten in your favor. Archangel Michael says, be mindful of your dreams in this season. They will carry instruction. Some dreams will show you places, faces or numbers. Write them down, for they are keys. Others will simply show you resting in light. That is your future being sealed. The battle was never meant to scare you, it was meant to awaken you to who you are. Type Amen to get blessing 606. A message is on its way to you. Not a confession like before, but a revelation. Someone who once doubted you will come forward and admit they were wrong. They will speak publicly, and their words will serve as a shield against every false claim. Do not chase it, do not force it. When it comes, it will arrive like wind, carrying your name higher than before. The woman who betrayed you is entering her darkest hour. She will hear whispers when no one is around. Mirrors will crack without warning. Her sleep will be filled with shadows of the very stranger she sent. What she tried to transfer onto you has turned into her inheritance. Her tears will not be healing tears, but tears of despair. This is the law of reversal at work. Type Amen to get blessing 848. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $10. Archangel Michael says, you are stepping into unshakable ground. Walk with courage. Let your steps be firm. Every time you move forward now, you are breaking curses for generations behind you. You are not just protected, you are appointed. You were never chosen for destruction, you were chosen for demonstration. Your story is becoming living evidence that heaven still fights for its own. The next 21 days will bring unusual clarity. You will know who to trust and who to release. Conversations will reveal true intentions. Documents will arrive at the right moment. Even your finances will feel a sudden lift, as if invisible hands cleared the way. Every hidden delay is being removed. Type Amen to get blessing 303. From this moment on, you will notice that the very atmosphere around your home has changed. The walls feel thicker, the air feels lighter, and visitors may even comment on a strange sense of calm. This is the dome of divine protection. Evil cannot disguise itself anymore, not in faces, not in words, not in false kindness. Your spirit will detect it instantly, and your voice will dismantle it immediately. Archangel Michael says, the trial is over. You are standing in the afterglow of victory. Now rise, not in fear but in fullness. What was meant to bury you has only built you. Walk as one who carries the flame that darkness cannot approach. The stranger who tried to end you, he will come near you again. Not because he desires to, but because his soul has been marked. The same chain he placed on you has wrapped around his own feet. His steps are no longer free. His shadow trembles when your name is spoken. You won't need to confront him, heaven already has. His confusion is his prison. His silence is his confession. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. God says, do not waste your voice on explanations. Do not spend your energy in proving. The evidence of my presence will walk before you. Even those who doubted you will begin to witness shifts they cannot deny. Your atmosphere has changed. Your spirit is glowing. Your hands are charged with new purpose. Wherever you go, the air bends to favor you. The one who mocked your journey will wake with a heavy heart. They will look for peace and find none. They will scroll through their devices hoping for distraction, but even screens will glitch. Messages won't send. Calls will drop. The universe is signaling their interference has expired. They are no longer permitted access to you. Type Amen to get blessing 9090. Archangel Michael says, you are stepping into an acceleration. What would have taken years will now unfold in months. The doors that once rusted shut are now swinging wide open. Prepare yourself because new relationships, opportunities, and blessings are rushing toward you. The same people who delayed you will be left watching as heaven propels you forward. Strange dreams will come to you, but don't fear them. You may see rivers, flames, or stairways. You may wake with your chest vibrating or your hands tingling. This is your soul being rewired. These visions are codes, proof that your spirit is climbing into higher dimensions. What once confused you will soon feel natural. Type Amen to get blessing 5252. The one who betrayed your name has entered a season of shaking. Her alliances crumble. The walls echo. She is running, but not from you. She runs from herself. No weapon against you succeeded, yet every arrow she released has circled back. Now her nights are restless. Now her mirrors reflect shadows she cannot recognize. She hoped her lies would bury you, but instead they built the stage for your rising. God says, your innocence is being restored. Your image is being polished by divine hands. The very lies spoken against you are dissolving in the light. Those who repeated them will soon regret their words. Watch closely, for I am turning tables in public view. Where you were once excluded, you will now be called. Type Amen to get blessing 6060. Archangel Michael says, even your footsteps are guarded. 3 angels walk with you in formation. One before you, one beside you, one behind you. This is why you've been feeling pressure in crowded places or sudden chills in empty rooms. It's not fear. It's your guardians adjusting the atmosphere. They are sealing every crack and cutting every cord. You will not be touched. The enemy thought your silence was weakness, but silence was your shield. While they spoke, you healed. While they plotted, you prayed. And now your stillness has birthed a storm against them. You will not have to fight with weapons of flesh. Your light itself is the weapon and it blinds those who try to dim you. Type Amen to get blessing 7171. Soon you will hear laughter again, the kind you thought you lost. You will wake humming melodies that seem to come from nowhere. Strangers will look twice at you, sensing something they cannot explain. This is the mark of survival. You've been rewritten by grace, and your presence alone will shift rooms. People will feel calmer around you. Some will be intimidated. Others will be drawn like rivers to the sea. God says, the wealth that was delayed is now released. The contracts that were blocked are now signed. Expect unexpected deposits, refunds, or gifts. Do not dismiss small beginnings. Even a small coin found on the ground is a signal of the overflow on its way. Type Amen to get blessing 8282. Your reflection is changing. When you look in the mirror, your eyes seem clearer. Your face feels lighter. Even cameras will capture a glow others cannot ignore. This isn't vanity, it's evidence. You are no longer carrying invisible chains. Your soul has been stitched whole. The tears you cried in secret have watered the garden of your future. Flowers now bloom in unseen places. Archangel Michael says, do not return to the ones who broke you. Do not open doors that heaven has closed. Some people were removed not because they hated you but because their energy could not survive your elevation. They would have pulled you down. Let them drift. Let them fade. You are not losing. You are rising. Type Amen to get blessing 9393. Super Thanks is available with contributions up to $10 if you wish to express your support further. By giving, you are not just supporting the message but planting a seed into your own breakthrough. Heaven records every act of faith. Now listen carefully. In the coming days you will receive a sign through nature, a bird landing near you, a rainbow appearing suddenly, or even the sudden stillness of the wind. Do not ignore it. These are confirmations that your alignment is complete. Your path is cleared. Your steps are ordered. Type Amen to get blessing 1001. God says, the stranger who thought he could overshadow you has now become invisible to the very powers he trusted. His voice has no authority. His schemes have no reach. Every plan is dismantled before it even begins. My hand is upon you, and no darkness can linger where my light shines. And as you continue forward, you will notice a shift in your cravings, your sleep, your conversations. You will find yourself speaking less but feeling more. You will hunger for wisdom, for peace, for stillness. That hunger is holy. Follow it. It will lead you into the center of your calling. Type Amen to get blessing 1112. Archangel Michael says, rest now. The storm is over. The stranger is gone. The shadows have fled. Your peace is multiplied, your spirit is elevated, your blessings are released. Walk boldly. Shine fully. This is your season. Soon you will speak of this season, and others will weep not in sorrow but in awe of how you endured. Your scars will become living proof that even the darkest valley can be crossed with dignity. People will gather just to hear your story, and as they listen, hope will spark inside them. You will realize that your suffering was not wasted, it was transformed into a torch for others. Type Amen to get blessing 8080. Your voice will now carry authority in places you once felt small. Doors that were locked tightly will begin to swing open, not by your effort, but by divine command. The keys were already prepared and now they are being placed into your hands. Archangel Michael says, you were hidden for a time so your strength could multiply. Now that strength is being unveiled and no force of envy, jealousy, or deception can contain it anymore. The ones who once mocked your silence will witness the weight of your presence. They will feel the difference when you walk into a room. The vibration around you is no longer fragile, it's fortified with sacred light. Even your silence now speaks and even your stillness carries power. Type Amen to get blessing 5151. Those who once abandoned you will return, not with pride, but with confusion. They won't understand how you survived what should have destroyed you. Their curiosity will bring them close, but you will discern carefully who to let in. God says, this time you must guard your gates. Not every familiar face is meant to stand in your new chapter. The stranger who once lingered in the shadows now trembles at the thought of your name. His intentions are scattered, his weapons turned blunt, his plans shattered before completion. The spiritual court has ruled against him and his sentence has begun. He cannot step where angels stand guard. He cannot touch what is wrapped in holy fire. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. Your dreams will now shift completely. No more restless nights filled with confusion and fear. Instead, visions will come that guide, instruct and elevate you. You will wake with clarity and peace. You will recognize details that seem small but carry divine weight, an object, a phrase, a number, or even a face appearing repeatedly. These are signals marking the next stage of your journey. Archangel Michael says, take note of the signs. Do not dismiss them. What seems ordinary is carrying extraordinary confirmation. Pay attention to patterns. Heaven is speaking to you in whispers and those whispers will become your roadmap. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. The woman who raised false words against you will no longer find listeners. Her voice will echo into emptiness. The sympathy she tries to gather will fall flat. Her mask has fully slipped and people now see what you already knew, the truth that she was bound in deceit. Her regrets will weigh heavily and the same chains she tried to cast on you will tighten around her own life. But you must not rejoice in her downfall. This is not about revenge, it is about justice. Heaven will handle what you cannot. Your assignment is to rise, not to look back. You were chosen for elevation, not entanglement. Type Amen to get blessing 4343. Your household is entering overflow. Every corner of your space will carry an atmosphere of peace. Those who step inside will feel relief in their spirits. Children will laugh more freely near you. Animals will show unusual affection. Strangers will smile at you for no reason at all. This is because the aura around you has been cleansed and anointed. It reflects heaven's favor pouring through you into the world. Even the air feels lighter where you walk. Your territory has been marked as sacred ground. No dark energy can cross its threshold without crumbling. Archangel Michael says, the seal is complete. Your space is guarded and those who approach with ill intent will be exposed before they reach your door. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $10. This is not required, but it is a way to acknowledge the flow of blessings that are unfolding. Now silence is being prepared again. In the next 3 days, do not rush. Do not over-explain. Instead, move slowly, listen deeply, and allow clarity to rise within. A message, an email, or even a comment from someone pure-hearted will carry divine confirmation. What you thought was small will be revealed as the seed of something great. Type Amen to get blessing 3838. Archangel Michael says, prepare your space. What is coming does not resemble what was lost, it surpasses it. This is not a restoration to old patterns, this is a new creation. You will move from being overlooked to being sought out. You will be entrusted with influence, responsibility, and recognition. Not for vanity but for purpose. What once was buried will now shine. The name they tried to erase has been written in gold. Those who counted you out will stumble when they try to speak against you. Their words will tangle on their tongues because heaven has placed weight on your name. You are no longer hidden in the shadows. You are standing in divine spotlight, not for show but for assignment. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. The next 21 days are marked. Every day will carry a sign, every hour a shift, every step a clue. This unfolding is not random, it is prophecy in motion. What you thought was an attack was actually the announcement of your coronation. What you mistook as a loss was the stage being cleared for your rise. The silence around you was sacred. The distance from people was divine. It was preparation, not punishment. Archangel Michael says, I hid you where the enemy could not reach. Now I will reveal you where no one can deny. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. Watch the skies. A bird, a cloud, a flicker of light will mark the presence of your guardians. Even the stranger who fled caught a glimpse of them and it silenced him. His phone is now dead, his words cut off, his plans erased. The moment he tried to write your name again, it burned on his tongue. He cannot pursue you anymore. His chapter has ended, but yours is only beginning. Your reflection may even surprise you. You will look in the mirror and not fully recognize what you see. This is not loss of self, it is rebirth. The fearful version of you has passed away. The underestimated one has dissolved. What remains is strength, dignity, and divine glory. Type Amen to get blessing 4848. Your home will now be a gate of breakthrough. Visitors will carry blessings with them when they leave. Conversations inside your walls will spark hope and solutions. Even casual encounters will carry weight. This is because you have become a vessel of light. Archangel Michael says, walk boldly. You are now the flame that darkness cannot approach. Do not shrink. Do not apologize. You paid the cost, you endured the silence, and now manifestation is owed to you. You will soon speak with confidence, I receive all of it. I welcome all of it. I walk in all of it. That declaration will not be empty, it will echo into the spirit realm and open doors you never imagined. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. The last traces of darkness have dissolved from your path. What once stalked your name is gone beyond return. The spiritual territory you occupy has been completely redefined. Even the ground beneath your feet feels different, it responds to your steps with strength. Archangel Michael says, the surveillance has ended. You are not being watched by enemies, you are being honored by heaven. The attempt against you has failed, and the story of it will become the testimony that ignites others. You are not just free, you are chosen, protected and crowned. Your reflection is new. Your eyes now carry the story of survival, the kind of survival that reshapes destinies. Each glance you take in the mirror will no longer remind you of wounds but of wisdom. What once broke you now builds you. The atmosphere around you has shifted, people will feel it even before you speak. Your presence itself has become a testimony. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. The burdens that lingered in your chest have dissolved. You are no longer bound to the timelines that drained you. Your blood carries fresh instructions and your spirit is vibrating at a level that cannot be ignored. Heaven has made an announcement over your life, and every corner of darkness has been notified. The authority that tried to silence you has lost its grip forever. A wave of restoration is about to flow through your household. Rooms that once felt heavy will now carry lightness. Even the objects around you will seem to shine differently, as if they too were waiting for this hour. Archangel Michael says, this is not illusion, it is confirmation. You were born to command light and now you do. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. The financial delays that haunted your steps are breaking. Accounts once frozen in the spirit are being unlocked. Agreements once withheld are being released. What was blocked by hidden hands will now return multiplied. Your resources will not come with sorrow or struggle but with divine timing. Unexpected approvals, refunds, and partnerships will appear, each one aligned to strengthen your journey. A gift within you is activating. It will arrive not as noise but as clarity, intuition, creativity, sudden wisdom flowing through your thoughts. Archangel Michael says, this gift is your armor now. It will attract destiny partners who honor your spirit rather than exploit your light. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. The woman who sought to betray you is no longer capable of stirring storms. Her voice has been stripped of shadow, her words carry no power. Her betrayal was turned into your blessing. She is silenced in the spirit and you are rising in silence that speaks louder than any noise. What once mocked you now marvels at you. Your home has become a chamber of clarity. Dreams that once confused you will now unfold as maps, divine riddles guiding you step by step. Each mirror you cross reflects not just your face but your authority. Even skeptics will sense your shift. A glow surrounds you and it cannot be denied. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. Someone with influence has been shown your essence in vision. They may not yet know your name but they have felt your energy. This person carries keys and connections and they are coming, not to take but to elevate. Archangel Michael says, your rise will not be through manipulation but recognition. Divine eyes are now upon you. In the next 7 days you will see repeating numbers, names and patterns. These are not coincidences but coordinates guiding you into divine placement. Doors will open that once seemed locked. Tables you never knew existed will now invite you. Respect will find you without you asking, and honor will be placed upon your name. Type Amen to get blessing 5555. Tonight go to the quiet corner of your room. Whisper your name into the air and say, I survived what they never saw coming, I am who they tried to bury. Pause, breathe, close your eyes. In that moment your survival will be sealed in golden light. This is a divine registration. Heaven is not just recording you, it is securing your bloodline for generations. Archangel Michael says, because you rose, your children and their children will walk free of the chains that once bound you. The curse is broken. Your bloodline is marked safe. The alliance with the betrayer is broken and you stand radiant, clothed in divine authority. Type Amen to get blessing 6666. A permanent light has been planted over your home. It cannot be removed by curses, whispers, or wandering shadows. You are no longer under threat. You are under divine notice. Archangel Michael says, this soul has endured the fire and now this soul shall carry the flame. You will notice conversations that once drained you now hold no weight. Old wounds will feel like distant echoes. The past cannot follow you anymore, it has been escorted away by angels with strict orders never to return. Your name is being written in golden letters upon a scroll above, pressed carefully by the hand of eternity. Type Amen to get blessing 7777. You will feel sudden breezes, pulses of warmth across your chest or shifts in the air. These are confirmations that your sealing has already taken place. A hidden door is now open, not an opportunity but a divine mandate. You will walk into places where enemies swore you would never stand. You will be honored at tables that once rejected you. The stranger who sought your end has vanished from your path. His trail is cold, his shadow erased. What he tried to destroy has grown too radiant to touch. Even your dreams will carry new codes, wings, flames, towers of light, doors made of smoke. Each one is a divine confirmation. Type Amen to get blessing 8888. Archangel Michael says, I have placed guardians at every entrance of your life. No enemy may return. Your sleep patterns may shift, your dreams may grow vivid, your rest may grow deeper. This is spiritual repair after battle. Every fiber of your being is realigning to carry the weight of your destiny. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $10. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. Now is the time to declare your new name. Not what betrayers whispered, not what pain once called you, but the identity heaven has written, risen, preserved, chosen. The old season was a test, but this season is your reward. Wealth once delayed by interference will flow freely. Agreements will come through, inheritances will reach you, and abundance will rest upon your dwelling. Your voice will call forth divine connections. Even the words you type in silence will echo to the right ears. Archangel Michael says, "The thief came to steal but I came to guard." What was threatened will now multiply in your hands. Type Amen to get blessing. 1. The one who helped orchestrate your downfall now lives in torment. Nightmares chase her steps and soon her name will be revealed in places she least expects. But you will not gloat. Heaven handles vengeance in silence. Your task is to rise. Your role is to shine. Nature itself reacts to your ascension. Birds, winds, skies, animals, they sense the shift. Creation acknowledges that you survived. And now survival has turned into strength, strength into destiny and destiny into testimony. Your reflection is no longer fragile. It carries the marks of trials turned into triumph, shadows burned into light. The same voices that once whispered against you will now be forced to watch in silence as you rise higher than their reach. What they tried to bury has bloomed into something eternal. The stranger's memory fades and your name begins to echo with honor in places unseen. Type Amen to get blessing 44444. Your hands will start attracting what they touch, ideas turning into income, words into doors, silence into revelation. Every obstacle you overcame has become a stepping stone, each one lifting you closer to your destined crown. The divine is sealing this moment not as an ending but as the opening of your true chapter. And now even the winds themselves will seem to carry your name forward with purpose.